Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's the Mind Reprogrammer, here today to talk about a topic that I feel is important, and a topic that I think, or I feel rather than think, that we need to kind of explore a bit more. And the topic I want to talk about today is forgiveness. Like, what does it mean truly to forgive someone? What does it mean to let go of what someone's done to you? Or the pain that someone's caused you in your life, or the pain that someone is still causing you. And why is that important? And you know, when you look at this existence and you look at reality, forgiveness and letting go is not a topic that many of us think about. It's not something that we think about when we think about the reprogramming of our mind. You know, I've been working with a teaching for a while, and it speaks about this idea of what you damns you back. And what you hold on to and you don't let go of actually affects you in moving forward in your journey. So first of all today, what we're going to explore is, what does forgiveness mean according to my forgiveness, according to my understanding? What does it mean? And how can we begin to harness it and use it in our development when it comes to reprogramming the mind and beginning to realize and actualize the potential that's truly latent within us? So first of all, what does forgiveness mean to me? Forgiveness to me means the capacity, the ability to let go of something or let go of someone that may have done something wrong to me. Even though they've done something wrong to me, and I know that according to the norms and values of society, I should hold on to it, I'm making a conscious decision to let go. So for instance, someone stabbing you in the back, talking behind your back. Forgiveness to me means to let it go, to let it go. And why am I talking about letting things go when we talk about reprogramming our mind? Well, if you begin to realize that on an emotional level, on a cellular level, our cells in our body remember things that have occurred to us, remember experiences, remember everything. You begin to realize that when we hold on to things, we're actually affecting ourselves. We're holding on to things that actually is beginning to affect our state of mind, our well-being. And these things can even lead to having higher levels of anxiety and possible depression. Because when we hold on to something that someone's done and we don't let go, we need to begin to realize that the only person that we're actually affecting is ourselves. The only person that we're actually not allowing to move forward is ourselves. Because you have to remember, when somebody does something wrong to you, the only reason why they've done something wrong to you is because you've created in your mind an expectation of what you thought that person is supposed to be doing, or an expectation of what you thought that they should be providing to you. If we really let go of all the expectations that we have about how somebody is supposed to behave, how someone is supposed to treat us, you might begin to realize actually that maybe it's easier for you to let go. Now, I'm not saying, for instance, if someone does something wrong to you, that in the essence of itself is not right or it's bad. But what I'm saying is that if we can begin to release the ideas that we hold upon what somebody should do. So I'll give you an example, for instance. You might have this idea in your brain that anybody that I talk to should treat me nice, or anybody that I'm around should acknowledge my presence. And if somebody ignores me, so like for instance, let's say you're at home and you're sitting down, you're on your phone, you're watching a movie or something, or you're on YouTube or on Instagram, and your partner comes in and they don't acknowledge you. And all of a sudden you get in a mood with them, and for the whole entire evening, you're in a mood. Now, let's break that down for a second. Let's say that you didn't have an expectation of them coming in and coming to say hello. I'm not saying that obviously it's right for them to walk in the door and not say hello. Never am I saying it's wrong. But it's just tuning into that bit on a higher level, realizing that actually maybe if I let go of the expectations and rules that I hold about how people should behave, I can begin to live a life of freedom, a life of genuine authenticity, and a life of amazing capacity. And why am I saying that this is important? You see, for a long time when I was growing up, I had a lot of rules in my head. I had a lot of expectations. I had a lot of ideas. Like, for instance, if I'm in a relationship, my partner should do X, Y, and Z. And if she doesn't do that, then I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be in the mood with her. But now I'm beginning to realize, as I discover these things within myself, that when I'm now just allowing that person to be themselves in full authenticity, and I'm not putting an outcome or an idea or an expectation on how they're supposed to be, I'm now beginning to have a new experience of that person. And this is why I feel it's so important as a human being that we begin to let go of our ideas. Because if you let go of how you feel somebody should behave, if you let go of how you feel somebody should act, if you let go of how you feel that people should be towards you, then it's a lot more easier to begin to forgive people for doing something wrong to you. As well, it's important to acknowledge as well, remember that people only behave from the level of awareness that they have. I usually like to say to myself that if that person knew better, they would do better. You see, when somebody does something wrong to you, usually it's about how they see the world and how they interpret reality and how they view things to be. If you can begin to realize that everybody's going through their own experience and everybody's going through their own stuff, it might become a lot more easier and a bit more easier for you now to begin to let go of when somebody does something to you. Because if we take it back to historical times and we take it back to the Bible, we take it back to all religious texts, because you have to realize that religious and morals, they go hand in hand together. But if we begin to transcend these ideas and begin to realize that by letting someone else go, or by letting the idea of what somebody else has done to you, it can now begin to allow you as a human being to begin to move forward. And you might think, why is this guy talking about forgiveness and a channel about reprogramming your mind? Well, for me, when I think about all the things I've had to do to get to this point where I'm confident enough to go on camera, I'm confident enough to talk, it's because I had to begin to let go of the rules. I had to begin to let go of the ideas that I created about how things are supposed to be. And forgiveness is one of those topics that are not really spoken about. Now, you might be wondering, like, if you've got this far in the video and you're still watching, how do I forgive someone that's done something wrong to me? How do I let go of what they've done to me when I'm in so much pain? I'm in so much anguish. Every time I think about them, my body boils and my body triggers up. I would say the first thing to do is to breathe in and to breathe out. To bring all your awareness into your heart. And really bring your awareness to your heart. And if you can't feel the awareness within you, bring your hand to your heart. And sit down really deep and breathe in and breathe out. And say from your heart, I forgive you. I am willing to let go of the expectations that I created that's now beginning to affect me. I'm beginning to let myself come into my own awareness that actually maybe how they behaved, maybe what they did is their business and not my business. And my business is actually learning how to be in a state of consciousness, a state of awareness where I can live my life in peace and accordance. Thank you so much if you got this far in the video. If you like any of the stuff I'm saying, this is going to be kind of the vibe we're going with now. We're just going to be exploring different topics. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be so much different topics we're going to talk about, so much different things we're going to see. And hopefully as we go on this journey of awareness and letting go of ideas, letting go of things that we hold on to, we can begin to actualize the potential that's latent within us. Because I truly believe that as I'm talking to you, that the awareness within you is capable of becoming whatever it is that it wants to be. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.